Hi everybody, my name is Carol, and I want to talk today a little bit about the shift that we're going through, the way the frequencies are changing and they're getting higher, some of the difficulties that we're having in our physical bodies and in our little minds and our mental bodies, what those issues might be, and how to deal with them so that this transition from a lower, denser vibration into a higher one can be a little bit easier, and so that we don't get caught up in the crap that's happening in the lower vibrations and miss our chance to complete the ascension. So yes, we're here, we're in it, it's now, it's not tomorrow, it's not next year, it's right now, it's happening right now. And I put a little post up on my Facebook page. I'm going to copy it and paste it into the description box below so that you can see what I put on my Facebook page. And my Facebook page is The Way Shower as well. So if you want to search for that on Facebook, if you have an account there, you can find it there. Sometimes I don't post written stuff here, but I'll post it there, and I don't post the videos there, but I'll post them here. So anyway, so what happened was that on Sunday, November 10th, we had a big shift where the energies, the lower vibrational energies and the higher vibrational energies started kind of like pulling away, so that it's like the realities are pulling away from each other. Excuse me. So, what it felt like to me on Sunday, and I didn't understand what was happening that day, but I did get a message. So, what it felt like to me was like I was stepping in and out of the illusion, and it was a dark illusion. It was a dark reality. It was, filled with all the stuff that's going on now, and the shootings and people killing animals and killing each other, just all the really icky stuff. And so as I was in that part of the reality, I felt lost, I felt confused, and I found myself wondering what happened, and did I miss the boat? Did I make the right decisions? I felt like I could feel the difference between the lower vibrational realities and the higher vibrational. And so when I was out of it, I was fine, and then I'd shift back into it, because that's what was happening on Sunday. It was those two realities were pulling apart. So as they were pulling apart, many of us found ourselves like bouncing back and forth between the two realities, the denser lower vibrational reality and the higher vibrational reality that we are now stepping into, that we are now creating with our ascension process. So what I was informed of a couple of days later, when I understood what was happening, is that this is going to last for 13 months. Later I was checking it out and trying to figure it out a little bit more, and what I came to realize is that 13 months from now is the new president, the new whoever, and I'm not attached to it. I refuse to get attached to it, to the whole election process, etc. But 13 months from now, whether it's President Trump or it's somebody else, they're going to take office 13 months from now. So, and that's how I don't believe in coincidences, so there's something up with that. But so this process of the two realities separating, the lower vibrational and the higher vibrational realities, this process of those two realities separating is going to last for 13 months. In that 13-month time frame, during that time, it is very important for us to stay as centered and in a space of peace and love and understanding, non-judgment, and to stay out of the negative stuff like gossip and judging people and getting caught up in the lower vibrational energies that are present, and the way, I mean, it's mass consciousness, and we're all affected by that. And the people that we love and care about are, I know many of the people that I love and care about are really caught up in it, but I can't do that. I can't go there with that because I don't want to stay behind, because I know how difficult it's going to be. Now, for those people who stay behind in the lower vibrational density, it probably is not going to be a super big thing to them, because they're operating on a regular basis from lower vibrational energies anyway. So while it may be uncomfortable and they may experience a lot of problems and troubles and dramas, etc., it's not going to affect them the same way it's going to affect those of us who have been working for so long to raise our vibrations. Anybody who has raised their vibrations, if you are left behind when this happens, when the realities finish the separation, then it's going to be really difficult, because you know what it feels like to be in the higher vibrations. You know what it feels like to operate from a level of love and understanding and patience and perseverance, and how to triumph over all that. You know the reality and the truth that we are multidimensional beings, that there is more to us and all of life than meets the third dimensional eyes. So when this shift finally completes, it's going to be difficult to live in the lower vibrations if you have already grown accustomed to and understand the higher vibrational frequencies. So during this 13-month period, it is very important for all of us to stay in the higher vibrations, to operate from a place of peace, love, and understanding and acceptance. So anything that tries to pull you in to that third dimensional, lower density, vibrational field of experience, you want to avoid as much as you can. Now, we're human beings, so occasionally it's going to happen, but you need to recognize that and pull yourself out of it right away. And if you're having difficulty pulling yourself out of it right away, use a mantra like clear, 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 or say a prayer and ask for guidance and help in getting out of it. So that's where the dakinis that I talked about in my previous video, that's where they come into play, because their energy, when you say a prayer, their energy is going to go out to you. These different groups of people are going to know who to target, where the prayers are coming from, and where they need to send their love and their visions and their understandings, so that the people who are trying to keep their vibrations high are able to do so, because they're going to assist them with sending clarity over. So it's going to be like instantly sitting down in a group of people that get you, that know what's going on, and they want you to feel good, and they want you to make it through this. So, and of course, the other energies from other dimensions and the angelic realm, etc., all those divine energies, they are going to be helping us as well too. But we're talking about a massive scale here, worldwide, all around the globe. So everybody's on board with this, and that's why the groups are to be together by March and start their work. So it's really exciting. We're in really super exciting times. So the other side, so the denser vibrational energies are going to be picking at us, and they're going to come in and sneak into our thoughts and try to make us worry about things. And it happened to me just last night, and I started thinking about, on the negative side, of so many different things with my animals and where they are, and my horses and home life and everything. And I had to work hard not to get caught up in it, but it kept going, it kept picking at me. And finally, thank goodness, I realized what was going on. And so I just got up out of bed and I said, clear, clear, clear. And I saw and felt and internalized the good stuff, and knew that it was the negative energies that were trying to bring me back down and trying to get me caught up in the illusional lower vibrational energies. So really important stay aware of where your mind is taking you and what tries to seep in, because you may not be thinking about anything negative at all. You might be having a great day, and all of a sudden this little thought's going to creep in, and it's going to take you to a dark place. It's going to take you to a negative place, a sad place, an angry place, and it's going to try to get you caught up in it, and you cannot allow yourself to do that. Okay, so prayers for guidance, prayers for assistance, and know your own power, embrace it. This is the time, we are in it right now. Okay, so with that said, just so that I'm trying to keep an eye on the timer here, I'm going to read you the message that I got on Sunday before I understood that what was happening on Sunday was the shift, the two realities separating from each other. So the message I got was, the difficulty that we are having is in the realigning of divine vibrations into a human body that is stuck in the physical. You all are meant to be multidimensional in your physical embodiment. This body that we inhabit right now is meant to be multidimensional, and that's what the frequencies are doing, is taking us to that level where we are multidimensional. And our physical body is having a hard time with it. To raise your vibrations physically requires a desire combined with focus and allowance. So let me reread that, because I think I emphasized the wrong words. To raise your vibrations physically requires a desire combined with focus and allowance. In order to raise our physical vibrations, we have to focus on our desire for that to be the case, and we have to allow it. So we can't fight it. You must state your desire out loud in order for it to manifest. And then they put like Manifestation 101. State your desire out loud in order for it to manifest. Says, finding your truth is one thing. Following it is another journey. So that's what we're doing now. We're following our truth. Practice makes perfect. Perfection is the realm of the creators. So we are learning to become those creators. So practice makes perfect, and perfection is the realm of the creators. Finding our truth is one thing, and following it is another. So we're supposed to be following our truths right now, and we're becoming the creators of our realities. Dominion is non-existent in higher realms. Everything, all, is a partnership. So when we come together in our groups, it's not that one is better than the other, or one knows more than another. One is able to accomplish something where another is not. It's not about that personal identity, and it's not about being better or bigger or stronger. It's not about dominion in any way, shape, or form. It is about partnership, because we are realizing and actualizing our unity, our oneness in this dimension that we're now moving into. So where the other is the I am, and you are the I am creator who has asked the other to mirror for you. So what they're saying is that in this new reality where it is a partnership, everything is a partnership, that the other that we see, the other person that we see, the other animal that we see, is I am. And then we are the I am creator, where we have asked the other person to come in and mirror for us. They also said that when they see themselves, when we see each other, because if I meet you on the street, I am seeing myself, and it's going to become more apparent. And when I see you, which is seeing myself, I should recognize the me inside of you. And the me is this, so they're going to go on to explain this. It says, I am is the Alpha and the Omega. Now, I'm not expecting you all to understand everything that I'm saying here, but just kind of absorb it, okay? And if it doesn't ring true for you, then let it go. Just, that you don't need that part. If you have questions on it, please feel free to ask. I am is the Alpha and the Omega. I am is the beginning and the end. I am is non-dualistic and non-dimensional. I am is simply I am. Following your various paths is simply to show the multifaceted faces of me. I am always me. And me is an internal substance of creator. Me, M-E, as in you, me, I. Me is an internal substance of creator. It is the mead, M-E-A-D. It is the mead from which creation exists. So it is like the essence inside of us. That is the me. That is the creator source, the prime creator. It is the substance without form, but from which form evolves into Alpha and Omega, which is the I am. Now, I will tell you that when I get these messages, I don't always understand them right away, and sometimes I have to read them several times before I finally get the meaning of it. Back in the day, I used to have to go to the libraries and try to hunt down references, etc. But what I will tell you is that if it makes any sense to you at all, if it even feels like it should make sense, if you just allow it to seep in, come back and I will post this on the description below too, then come back at a later time and reread it and see if it makes sense to you. Me is the substance, body is the form, I am is the result of me and body. Okay? Me is simply, I put that word in there. Me is the substance, body is the form, I am is the result of me and body. So think of me as the creator force. Voices of grace substantiate the will of me. They are the girdle of Orion's force. Orion is the essence of all life forms in this universe from which life hailed. Orion is the essence of all life forms in this universe from which life hailed. Viewpoints differ only because one sees from below while another sees from above. One sees from the left while another sees from the right. All views are accurate, no one view is complete. And then I asked them about what I was supposed to do, etc., and they told me your role is still the same. Voice what you desire and it shall be. And this is for all of us, though, because we are in that space, and that's why we have to be careful to stay out of the negative thoughts, because if we voice it now and we don't, you can't carry any doubt with it, it will be. We invite you to create your very own heaven on earth now. So this invitation is for all of us. We are being invited to create our very own heaven on earth now. It says, share all that you understand. This is for all of us. Do not hesitate. Do not think about ego. If you have been thinking about putting up a YouTube channel, if you have been thinking about hosting a retreat, if you have been thinking about holding a class, etc., do it now. Don't hesitate, because there's no more time. We're in that final moment now. We're leaving the 12th hour and going into the 13th hour. So we don't have any more time to dilly-dally, which is the reason why so many people who have been waking up and were supposed to do something and knew it, but didn't act on it right away, like myself, for example, are being rudely awakened. I mean, pushed out of bed and pulled out of bed, and the covers thrown off of them, and hit over the head with a 2x4 in a microburst, or, a relationship fail, or whatever. It's happening to you because there's no more time to waste. I mean, seriously, this is a serious thing. I don't mean serious as in let's not have fun. I mean serious as in our time is it's finite now. It's not like somebody driving down the street and with a the end of the world is near car sign on their car or in their backpack or whatever. That's not the case. And we're thinking, oh yeah, sure, look at that nut job. But that's not the case anymore. It is. But it's not the end of the planet. It's the end of the world as we know it. And things are going to change drastically. And I, for one, do not want to be left in that density where nobody can see that what's wrong with the world is that nobody cares anymore. Nobody loves anymore. I don't want to be there with those people. I want to move up with everybody else who says, yeah, I love you, and yeah, I'll help you, and what can we do? And we take care of each other, and we take care of the four-leggeds, and we take care of the earth, and everything grows and is beautiful. That's where I want to be. And then after that, I want to move up even higher. Anyway, which is not embodiment. But anyway, so share all that you understand. Do not hesitate. Do not think about ego. Put that on the side, because you need to step forward. You need to step up, and you need to do it now. And you need not to worry about your ego and visions of grandeur and can you really do this? Are you really making sense? Do you really make a difference? Yes, you really make a difference. Yes, you will make sense to the people who you are supposed to make sense to the people that you are supposed to reach. Because if there are so many millions of people that are waking up and need answers right now and need help and need support, they're not all going to come to my channel. They're not all going to go to Ask Angel's channel. They're not going to go to all these other channels. I mean, they're going to find the one that they resonate with, and that could be you. So stop holding yourself back and do what you feel called to do. And don't worry about the whole ego issue. I know I'm saying that for somebody out there because that came through really strong. So do not consider that you may be wrong. Trust us. Trust yourself. Do not consider that you may be wrong. Trust us. Trust yourself. And that message was for me as well, because I was like, I wonder if it's time to put this out there. And they're like, just do it. Just do it. So then their closing statement was, if you do not trust self, then you do not trust us. For we are you, we are me, which is the divine essence, the creator essence. So I'm not really sure if all that's going to make sense. I know I was talking really fast, and I don't usually do that. I usually skip all over the place and hem and haw. But so that's the message for today, people. It's that we are in that time where we cannot hesitate any longer. We're not in the 11th hour anymore.